what was the purpose of this rally today in the Common?
The purpose of the rally was we are the Vote No on 2 group, and we wanted to come out and get people to take a look at us and our signs and go to our Facebook and our webpage. We're really fighting against question 2, which is the ranked choice voting.
Why?
Well, we think it's a terrible thing for our state. There's a lot of problems with it. First and foremost, it doesn't even do a lot of what it purports to do. So, they say that it tries to get people over 50%. Well, the only way that it normally does that is that it eliminates people's votes through what's called exhaustion. And exhaustion can happen in a couple ways. It can happen because people typically, oftentimes, will not rank all the candidates. So if they don't rank all the candidates, their ballot will be discarded if in the rounds they don't have another candidate on the ballot. Secondly,
So who would do this? Who is the person that would be involved in doing something like that?
So essentially, if you have a multi-person race and you don't rank all the candidates in order of your preference, so let's say you have 10 people running in a primary and you only pick 1 or 2 of those candidates and you make first and second choice. If your candidates are eliminated, you're not part of the runoff. And essentially your ballot is called exhausted or discarded.
I see.
And as an example of that, in Maine in 2018, in the 2nd Congressional District, the person who had the most votes the night of the election didn't win. The votes were shuffled around, and 8,000 ballots were discarded, exhausted, before they got declared the final winner.
I see. And okay, I do understand now your position on that. Would you tell me who joined you today in the Common, and what are you all Trump supporters, or are you mixed, or are you Biden supporters?
I really can't speak to necessarily whether the people that came here were Trump supporters. I'm sure some of them were, and some of them may not have been. This wasn't really just a no on 2 rally for a couple of hours on the Common. We did have some speakers, myself, Anthony Amore, who has been speaking out against question 2, Kathy Lynch, who's been speaking out against question 2, Jim Lyons, the Massachusetts Republican Party, has taken a position against question 2. So we had several speakers, and we just asked people to come out and join us and help us try to get the word out.
Thank you. Is there anything else you want Westford residents to know?
I would say, not only does this system not necessarily work the way it's intended, the error rate is huge, because in addition to people not ranking their choices, there's a lot of errors with this voting. People overvote, meaning they accidentally pick too many people. So, for example, their second choice, they pick 2 people instead of just 1. Mm-hmm. Or they undervote, meaning they accidentally skip ranking, so they forget to rank the 3rd choice and they go to the 4th choice. If you look at Maine, they sent out a 19-page manual to explain how this would work. So really, we believe we should keep voting simple, keep it straightforward, keep it as it's always been.
What happened in Maine? How did it fare?
They spent 9 days. The person that had the most votes the night of the election did not win. After 9 days, a different person was declared the winner. And there are a lot of people in Maine right now that are trying to repeal this. This has been tried in several places and repealed. Burlington, Vermont, Aspen, Colorado, Pierce County, Washington, the state of North Carolina, because it is complicated, it is expensive, and aside from the money, we don't want to see people lose faith in our system.
True.
And, when you're shuffling these votes around in multiple rounds to try to get someone over 50%, quote unquote, we think people will lose faith in the system. So that's more important even than the cost of it, than the money behind it.
Thank you. For WestfordCAT News, this is Joyce Polino Crane.
Thank you.